Nobody ever worried about you. And somehow that's the thing that broke you the most. You didn't throw tantrums, you didn't rebel, you didn't need to be chased down or talked off ledges. You just handled it, whatever it was. You handled it quietly, alone, and with a smile that everyone around you took as proof that you were fine. But here's what no one ever stopped to ask. Were you actually fine? Or did you just get very, very good at making sure no one had to find out the answer? Picture this. There's a family. 2 kids. One of them is loud, emotional, difficult, the kind of child who fills every room they enter. They need attention, they demand it, and so they get it. Not always in loving ways, but they get it. And then there's the other one, the one who watches, the one who learns early and fast that the house runs smoother when they disappear into their room, when they get good grades without being asked, when they say, "I'm fine," before anyone thinks to question it. That child becomes invisible, not because anyone wanted them to be, but because being invisible was the most loving thing they could think to do. That child might have been you. And the painful part? No one called it neglect. No one called it anything, because from the outside, you were the success story, the easy one, the one they didn't have to worry about. But you were worrying. You were always worrying about everyone else. Here's what psychology tells us about this, and I'm going to say it simply, the way it deserves to be said. When a child learns that their needs are less important than the peace of the household, they don't stop having needs. They just stop showing them. This is called emotional suppression, and it doesn't feel like trauma when it's happening. It feels like maturity. It feels like being helpful. It feels like love, even. But underneath that quietness, something is being wired into that child's brain. A belief, a rule they didn't choose but absorbed completely. The rule is this: I am only safe when I am easy to be around. Read that again. Let it land. I am only safe when I am easy to be around. So they grow, and they carry that rule with them into friendships, into relationships, into careers. They become the friend who never cancels but silently drowns, the partner who says whatever you want until they resent everything, the employee who takes on extra work and never asks for more. And everyone around them thinks, wow, they're so easygoing, so low maintenance, so together. But behind closed doors, they're exhausted in a way they can't explain, because you can't explain an emptiness that no one ever gave you the language to.
Here's the deep part, the part I want you to sit with. The easy child doesn't just lose their voice. They lose the belief that their voice was ever worth hearing in the first place. Think about what that does to a person over time. When you never saw anyone light up at your struggles, you start to believe your struggles aren't worth lighting up for. When you never watch someone drop everything to help you, you start to feel guilty for ever needing help. When every expression of difficulty was met with silence or comparison or just nothing, you teach yourself that your pain is a burden, that your needs are inconvenient, that asking is dangerous. And so you become an expert at not asking. You become someone who can look completely whole on the outside while quietly falling apart in every private moment you have. And the cruelest part? You don't even feel like you have the right to be sad about it, because nothing bad happened to you. You weren't abused, you weren't abandoned, you had a roof and food and people who loved you in the ways they knew how. So you tell yourself, I don't have a reason to feel this way. But you do. You have every reason. Let me give you a real example of how this shows up in adult life. Someone asks you how you're doing. You say, fine. Not because you're fine, but because you've rehearsed fine so many times it comes out before you even think. A conflict arises in a relationship. Instead of saying what you need, you fold. You accommodate. You tell yourself you're being the bigger person. But really, you're just doing what you always did, making it easy, keeping the peace, shrinking. You achieve something big, and for 1/2 second you let yourself feel proud, and then immediately you downplay it. You deflect the compliment. You say, it was nothing. Because somewhere deep down, you still believe that taking up space, even celebratory space, is somehow too much. This is not a personality quirk. This is a wound wearing the costume of a personality. Now here's the twist, the thing that might shift something in you today. The easy child isn't easy because they have no needs. They're easy because they became terrifyingly skilled at hiding them. And that skill, that beautiful, painful survival skill, served you once. It kept the peace. It earned you a certain kind of approval. It made you feel useful in a house where usefulness felt like love. But you are not in that house anymore. And the people in your life now, the good ones, the ones who actually love you, they don't need you to be easy. They want to know where it hurts. They want to know what you need. They are not going to leave because you take up space. You just never believed that, because no one ever proved it to you early enough. So here's where I want to leave you. You spent years being the child no one worried about, and somewhere along the way, you internalized that as your worth, as your role, as who you are. But your needs were never the problem. The silence around them was. You are allowed to be complicated. You are allowed to need things. You are allowed to say, I'm not okay, without immediately adding, but don't worry about me. Healing for you doesn't look like falling apart. It looks much quieter than that. It looks like pausing before you say, I'm fine, and asking yourself if that's actually true. It looks like letting one person, just one, see the version of you that isn't holding everything together. It looks like learning, slowly and imperfectly, that you were never meant to be easy. You were meant to be known. And there is a profound difference between the two.